what I did last time on Keith, which I guess I just did because we're recording.
But I don't want to edit. Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you do, hit the notification bell somewhere over there. Get all the updates. Then immediately check out Keith and 93 Lumber because today's beer is courtesy of Keith. Thank you, Keith. Yeah. And then go check out Shaun and Nerd Sense.
Hey, everyone.
Yeah, so really excited. Hi, guys.
Hello.
Hi. How are you?
Great. Because we're going to be drinking a delicious beer, I think. So this is another Ralphius beer. We've done some together, some solo, some combos. So this is a 2-year Laird's Apple Brandy. 2 years Apple Brandy. Imperial Stout, aged for 2 years, and yeah, Laird's Apple Brandy. ABV, maybe 15.2.
Holy smokes. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing too, it looks like.
Not 16, I think it's 15.2.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll wait to read the tasting notes until we give our thoughts. And yeah, go guys.
Do it.
Ooh, it smells like apples already.
It does.
Keith, going straight at you. Pour the whole thing in there, Keith.
I don't know.
So there is some head, not a ton, but there is some.
Yeah.
I've been talking a lot, so one of you guys can start talking about the look.
The head's like an eighth of a finger, maybe something. Yeah, I don't know.
Is anyone else got like a red? It's kind of got like a reddish hue to it, like a little bit, like near like where like it meets the beer itself. Not on camera, but like this.
I could see a little bit down here.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, it's dark. Maybe not the darkest Ralphius I've seen, but it's up there with them.
Are you frozen, or did you just stop talking?
I was like, is he gonna finish his thought?
It's like I don't know, because the way you said it, I think is a thought, but it also could have left room for more.
I thought you guys were pretending to be frozen or something. Because I finished talking and you guys are just staring at me. So I'm just like,
you were dropping nuggets, man. I was just enthralled.
Oh.
I'm like, all right, keep going, man.
Dude.
Oops, I smelled
Should we get the aroma, Keith?
Yeah, we should.
Let's smell again.
Wow. Given the level of apple I got opening the bottle and then just like looking at it, there's apple, but there's way more chocolate, right? It's super chocolatey.
Yeah. That's literally what I was going to say. That was the first thing I noticed too.
Crazy, right?
Keith, because we did the cherry brandy one recently, didn't we have a similar thing with that one where we opened it and we got like, oh, well, it's going to be like very cherry brandy, but then when we smelled it up close, it was like, oh, there's a lot. I think we had the same exact thought with that brandy.
Yeah.
But yeah, Shaun, you're absolutely right. I mean, it's there, but there's so much more. Yeah. And the chocolate's a big one.
I get a little bit of, I'm going to steal something you say, Kyle. I just forgot.
Wet mulch.
I get like almost like an apple pie thing, and it's like the illusion of baking spices, kind of, but it's not really. Yeah, I don't know.
I think I could see a doughy characteristic for sure.
What characteristic?
Like a doughy characteristic, like a pie crust.
Or is there like a little bit of caramel or something?
I do get some caramel.
Okay.
I think the apple with the sweetness, a little bit of caramel and stuff, your mind goes to apple desserts, which oftentimes have cinnamon and stuff. So, I mean, it definitely makes sense. Because, it definitely doesn't smell like baking spices, but the illusion. But big chocolate, I get not alcohol, like, I got to pull away from it, but like it does smell like it's had more aging in a barrel.
Yeah.
You know, a little bit. There's a little bit of an uptick, but without it burning the nostrils. Like it's not that level.
Yeah. I get a little bit of, I don't know if it's char. Are apple brandy barrels charred?
We looked up the cherry one.
The
cherry one was, I assume.
So, I don't know. But I get a little bit of charry kind of, it's not quite black licorice, but it's in the molasses black licorice char.
I was gonna say there was a slight, and I mean you probably won't pick up on it, Keith, but a slight smoke. It's probably not enough for you to pick up on it.
They are usually charred, Keith. Okay.
Okay.
Nice.
A slight, yeah, like roasty, toasty, maybe into somewhat smoky. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good pull. That's a deeper cut, so to speak. Yeah. Are we good about the aroma or anything else before we get into the taste?
I just want to say I really like the way the chocolate is in this. I'm really enjoying it. So
Facts.
I'm ready. Okay. I'm ready when you are.
All right. Thanks again, Keith. Cheers, guys.
Thanks, Keith. Welcome. Cheers.
I think we crushed that one. That's a complex sip.
There's a lot going on.
Right? I remember when I first started the channel, I was so paranoid about not using the word complex unless I really explained why I use that word, because it just seemed like it was frowned upon to say a beer is complex. It's like, well, what do you mean it's complete, or whatever. Now I don't care, it's complex, but I will.
Because now we're going to break it
down. I do. Okay, so I'll start this one. I do get the bigger alcohol, like I got the aroma, but not, again, like it wasn't burning my nostrils. It's not burning anything, but that 2 years of aging in a barrel and that little bit more ABV, it drinks bigger like it should, I guess is what I'm landing on. So I'll stop my thoughts there so other people can talk.
I definitely agree with, there's definitely that apple brandy's right up front. Apple skins. The chocolate aspect kind of comes through almost mid palate as it's finishing, and more as I'm talking, like across the side palate, it leaves that little like cocoa vibe almost. But you can definitely taste the 2 years in the barrel, and it's not thin. It's got this. It's almost syrupy / oily a little bit on the mouthfeel, and then right at the last thing, a little almost like chocolate covered dark cherries or chocolate covered dark chocolate covered. Dark chocolate covered apples. Thank you. There we go. That's what I was trying to say. Yeah.
I definitely want to revisit that, but I want Keith to talk too first.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited to say that the mouthfeel is sufficient. Yeah. It is very nice. Get a little bit, well, right now I get a little bit of that black licorice kind of thing in the finish. I'm not sure when it comes in, but yeah, nice little. It's not really roasty. It's like, but there's like a nice bitterness to it.
Yeah. I wouldn't have pulled the black licorice, but you're right. This aftertaste, it's been a bit since I've had a sip. It is definitely a black licorice is definitely a component. Chocolate's definitely a component. So like Shaun was saying, I still have a lot of chocolate. The going back to what Shaun was saying with the chocolate, apple combo, I wasn't really thinking about that. I don't see, at least myself, a lot of desserts that are chocolate and apple based, Yeah. Chocolate covered cherries are obviously a thing. Coffee beans, like there are things that are so obviously stout chocolate, complementing, flavors. But I'm not mad at this. I don't know if my mind goes culinary, like, oh, I want to make a apple pie, but like chocolate frosting or something on top, but like maybe with a scoop of chocolate ice cream wouldn't be bad instead of vanilla.
Yeah, or even just like like maybe not like full frosting, but just like a chocolate drizzle, like across like a ganache, like a chocolate ganache drizzle.
That'd be cool.
Actually, yeah, the chocolate ice cream would be good too. Yeah.
Yeah, something, because it does work. I mean, I love, I said this before. I think I still do gravitate towards bourbon barrels, but brandy barrels can hit big,
Like, I feel like they don't do as much brandy barrel aged beers. Not many brewers really do it, but like when they do, they hit hard. Like I was saying before we hit record, like some of my favorite GBS Hardywood's gingerbread stout variants are their Laird's apple brandy variants. So they're just like something about like apple brandy and like stouts that just kind of work because like just that apple skin kind of works very well with it. Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah, some of the barrels,
regular brandy barrel. Sorry. Have you ever seen like a regular brandy barrel aged stout, or is it usually it's apple brandy? Usually Laird's is what I usually see.
Because is regular brandy grape?
It's grape, yeah.
So I think I've seen just brandy barrels. I think.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, it's weird. You would think that they would like blackberry brandy, like that was like what the kids in high school talked about. You'd think they'd age a stout in that, because
given like how berry forward some stouts can be,
yeah, unless blackberry brandy is like just like artificial. I've never had it, so I don't know.
I've had at least one that certainly tasted that way. I don't know if it was or not, but yeah, the one my grandparents like, it's like that intense where it's like, is this at least enhanced with some artificial stuff?
Yeah. I remember my parents had like some blackberry brandy, some coffee brandy. They were always in plastic bottles.
Yeah,
they were just very like sweet and like, yeah, it's like, okay, where's the blue raspberry brandy? I know it exists.
Yeah. Well, that's something else. Like 2 years in a brandy barrel, it's not. There is another word everyone's afraid to use: balanced. It's not. It's not like way too much barrel. It's not way too much brandy. It's not way too much stout or whatever. You're not getting. It's not like you're not getting any of the barrel or the spirit, or not enough of the stout or whatever.
And that says something about the base beer itself, right? Like that they constructed this beer to be strong enough to withstand the 2 years in the barrel and not let the barrel overpower it and still let everything shine. Like, obviously, I don't think the chocolate's coming from the barrel, right? The chocolate's going to be coming from the stout itself, and it still really shines after 2 years. Like, who knows how wet the barrels were, but like, yeah, it's really balanced.
Yeah, it's a weird style to ever use the word balance, but there is enough bitterness, sweetness. The barrel aging helps, I think, round out some of the sweeter characteristics, and yeah, it does come across balanced. Anything before we read the tasting notes you want to get out of your head before we see what they say?
I'm good.
I'm getting a little bit. I'm trying to figure out what it is. I get a little bit of a sweetness that comes in like right in the middle. And it's a little bit candied, like sweetness. But I can't figure out, like, part of me wants to say it's like, oh, it's kind of like the coating on M&Ms. And then part of me wants to go like a different way where it's like kind of like Smarties.
Okay, so I don't get a ton in this beer, but I do sometimes in beers like this, it comes across almost like confectionery sugar. But I like your Smarties thing because it's a little bit more going on than just sugar.
Yeah.
I think this tastes like it has citric acid or something in it.
Yeah,
No.
maybe like Necco wafers would. It's
Hmm.
more like the flavor is more in line with that.
Do they make apple hard candies? There's like a point in the sip where there's like enough apple and sweetness where I'm like almost like an apple lifesaver or something. I don't know if that even exists, but
I think they make an apple
Jolly-
cinnamon lifesaver.
okay.
They make a Jolly Rancher, but it's like fake apple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is,
It's not.
I mean, I guess if it probably would be a fake flavor and candy, but anyway. All right. So anything else before we read the bottle?
No.
Let's do it.
But now I want to find a place that does like proper like apple flavored hard candies.
Right. All right. So we got hot caramel. We said caramel. Apples, obviously. Chocolate dipped apple slices. I think that's almost exactly what Shaun said.
Yeah.
And dark apple butter. Oh, that's a good
Apple butter.
That's a good pull. And Keith was dancing around that one with the illusion of those spices. Almost like caramelized a little bit. Apple butter. That's a good note.
Like my mind immediately just went to like fall, winter, like just hearing apple butter, especially dark apple butter. Oh man.
Or a spring 80-degree day as it is here in Albany right now.
Oh, it's rainy and miserable here, but
perfect. At least you got something somewhat appropriate.
Also, I think hot caramel apples is the full thing. It's not hot caramel.
Oh, is it not a comma there?
Oh, yeah, that makes that. Yeah.
Oh, as part of the L. My bad. It's an uppercase L. What's a hot caramel apple?
Imagine like on a stick.
But is it what makes that? I've never had that served warm.
If you eat it right after you put
hot caramel apple.
If you, I know we used to make caramel apples when we were kids.
Oh, at the house.
And when the caramel is still warm.
Most of my experiences with that is at apple orchards back in the day, where they were
usually they're prepackaged and cold.
Stores, But Keith, I at least once in my life I remember shoving the stick in and doing So it's been so long I didn't even think of that. Okay, that makes sense.
And I feel like you could say just caramel apple in general, like hot caramel apple. There's no like. Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, and Keith is right. I thought that it's an uppercase L. I didn't realize that. I thought it was a comma, but it was a part of the L. Anyway, doesn't matter. Not an English class. I don't need to justify my.
Like, does Kyle not know what a caramel apple is? This is weird.
Sort of caramel apple. Okay.
But hold on. I think there is an important difference between a hot caramel apple and a not hot caramel apple, because cold caramel is like the texture is different and just the experience is different, I think, than like gooey caramel.
Very fair.
I think
that is fair. That is a fair point to make.
Yeah.
Because like from a texture standpoint, the beer is more towards hot because it's going to be more, I guess, liquid. I don't know. Maybe I see what you're saying.
I'm not the expert on caramel, but also I feel like there is a flavor difference between warm caramel and not warm caramel, but I could be wrong.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think warmer, it has more flavor. Like the Coors Light, drink it as cold as possible to mute any flavor, so it just drinks like water. I mean, that you're right, Keith. Yes,
the flavors open up in a warmer beer. So
Hashtag science there for the win.
We should just edit this out as like an edit and post it just as like a description of caramel, or like breakdown of hot and cold caramel. We may get extra hits. You never know.
I think we call it clip it. Is that what the cool kids call that?
Yeah.
Clip it. Well, clip it. I probably won't remember to do that because it's me and I'll, move on with my life. But right now, I don't want to move on with my life. I'm hanging out with you guys and I'm drinking delicious beer. But I just have to go check on Cooper, who I left outside to come up here. who I'm sure is fine, but it's been a while. So, Keith, thanks again for the beer.
Yes, thank you, dude. This
You're
was
welcome.
Clearly, we all enjoyed it. Again, people watching, so this is on my
Don't
channel. Make
thank
sure you
me.
check out Keith and 93
Thank
Lumber
Will.
spelled out. I'll put him in the description box below, so you can just click on it. And also Shaun from Nerd Sense, same thing. Once you're done checking those guys out, make sure you check me out on Instagram and Untapped. Snow Hype beer reviews about those places. So always please like, comment, subscribe. Most importantly, thanks again, Keith. Cheers, everybody.
Thanks, Keith.
Cheers.
No one cheers me.